Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Wayne Mammon and I'm busy doing a 90-day 100 burpees a day, and after which, once I'm strong enough and I do them properly and I can do them in a row nicely, and then I want to increase to 200 burpees a day. So this morning I managed to do 161 on my journey towards the 200. Right now this journey is only about the first 100. I'm trying to get it up as fast as possible, the speed. I've been watching other videos and I can see a few things that are wrong with the way that I'm doing mine. The one thing I can say that I'm happy about is that my bum is finally low enough. And the other thing that I'm happy about is when I come up, I don't point my bum out as much as I used to. And at the same time, I've gone from 25 minutes was the longest it took me to do 100 burpees. That included the jump and the push-up. So right now, today, I'm on around 13 minutes. So that's a big improvement. I have long to go, but my goal is to get 100 burpees under 8 minutes. So I need to drop by 5 minutes, and I think that's definitely doable. So let's see. What substances have I been using to help me with this journey? The one thing I've been using is USN, that's the hardcore creatine HCl, and it says that there's 100 capsules, and I have basically 5 of them a day. I take them out of the tablets. I don't like these capsules, so I take the creatine out of the capsules, put them into a glass, put them with some Oros, swirl it around, mix it with a fork, and down it. And I do that in the morning before I go training. And then I have 2 different USN XTSs, one with caffeine and one without caffeine. The one with caffeine has 40 scoops and the caffeine free has 30 scoops. The caffeine free is blue and the one with caffeine is yellow. The one is citrus, which is the non-caffeine, caffeine free, and the orange crush. It's got the caffeine. So what do I do? When do I use them? Use basically the pre-workout that is stimulant free. I use that 4 days a week, and the the stimulant with the caffeine in it, I use that 2 days to 3 days a week. So the idea is on my big days I'll use the caffeine, and on the small days I won't use the caffeine. So a small day will be when I just do burpees and nothing else. And a big day might include a ride and burpees. Okay, so what protein do I have? I have vegetable protein, superfood enriched. I have the strawberry flavored. It's 909 grams. And the company is called fullydosed.com. That's where you can find all the nutritional information. And basically, being a vegan, I want to make sure I get enough protein in to keep my muscles, especially when I'm not using them. So protein really helps to do that, and protein really helps to recover your muscles when you start doing any kind of exercise. You want to recover your muscles as quickly as possible. So water, sleep, sugar, and protein. Now if you want to drop weight, protein isn't so great, but if you want to transform your body, it's actually very necessary. So when I use my diet, I use Chronometer, which is an application which can capture your food and can tell you how many calories in, calories out type scenario. And I connect that with my Garmin, and then I can see how many calories I use for each of the devices as long as I take my heart rate monitor with me. I can see how many calories I'm using. And what it allows me to do is to control my weight. So when I started this 50 days ago, because this is day 50, I weighed in at 90 kilos and I couldn't do any push-ups. So after about 2 weeks, when I weighed myself, I was 92 kilos, but definitely changing. So I'm going to add the previous video in here so we can at least see. The stomach is almost gone, and the speed for the burpees is definitely increased. I've still got a problem of how to deal with sweat going into my eyes. So I spend a lot of time basically trying to wipe my eyes with the sweat. But when I first started, it bothered me a lot. Now it's bothering me less, but it's still impacting the numbers. It's impacting, and it looks like I'm playing with my nose, but I really am not. Okay, so let's see. 49 burpees in 6 minutes. Not too bad. What else can I tell you? I've told you about the creatine, I've told you about the pre-workouts and the protein. So the pre-workouts and the creatine I have before your meal, then you do your exercise, and basically I have my protein after my exercise. So I want to try and get in 1 gram per kilogram of body mass. So I weigh 90 grams. I want to get 90 grams of protein a day, which can be divided up between 3 meals. And I basically get 20 grams per scoop, and I'm taking 2 scoops a day. And then if I add a tin of beans or lentils or chickpeas, then I basically have enough or more than enough protein for the day. So in terms of food, diet, I am high carb, low fat. So I eat very little fat, but I try and get the right amount of protein in. That's essential. And then second is I don't basically count my carbs at all. But in terms of things like chickpeas is much higher fat than most other carbohydrate foods. And you have to worry a bit about oats. So you can't have like 100 grams of oats a day because the fat is too high. So I basically have about 50 grams of oats and 20 grams of protein powder in my breakfast meal. And then I have a protein powder in the afternoon after my afternoon workout. Okay. I'm trying to add skipping. I do cycling and I do walking. But besides that, I've been doing the walking and the cycling since the beginning. To lose weight since 2014, I added cycling and only went serious in about 2016, started losing all the weight. And from 2016 till now, I've basically lost 53 kilograms. So I get around a lot easier. Now what I want to start doing is I want to start doing pull-ups. But I can only start doing that once I'm finished my 100 burpees a day challenge for 90 days. Now, which days did I take off? Okay, I did take off Sundays, so I didn't include Sundays in my count for burpees, number one. And number two, I had 2 days where after trying to add skipping, I couldn't walk, so I couldn't do burpees. So, yeah, don't add 1,000 skips a day, add 500 a day for a week, and after a week, add another 500 a day. So my limit is definitely don't do this and 1,000 skips, because like I said, it took off 2 of my days. And then I was held up at gunpoint on 2 weeks ago on Monday, and after that, the next 3 days I didn't actually do any burpees. So probably on day 50 there are 12 days that I haven't actually done burpees. But I think that's also allowed me to heal a bit better. So in the 50 days of doing burpees, I've had 12 additional days of not doing burpees. So I'm actually like on day 62, and it's only 50 days of doing burpees. But the burpees have definitely increased. My form's getting better. I'm on 78. Okay. And down, jump. The jumping is better. The jumping is much closer to my hands. If you look at the original footage, you'll see when I used to jump out and then jump back, I used to jump about halfway back. Now I'm almost jumping back at my hands, which is the correct way to jump to your hands, your feet. And today is the first day that I sweated so much that I was actually slipping on like count 100, 108. I was slipping on the yoga mat. Okay, 83. The one thing I forgot is to clap every single time. My hands were above my head, but I didn't actually clap. I want to get the clapping down. So that's one thing I'm going to improve on. And then the second thing is just the timing. I need to get 100 burpees under 8 minutes. And I want to do 200 burpees a day for 90 days. See what the difference is. Because I can see a massive difference with 100 burpees a day over 50 days. So what am I going to get 200 burpees over the next 90 days? That'll be 6 months of burpees. Burpees is not like most other exercises. They're like body changes. They're like real body changes. They change every single part of your body. Shoulders, back, neck, bum. I mean, I'm getting a bum for the first time in my life. And I'm 43 years old. Okay, motivation. I think when you are tired of giving people excuses, eventually you have to get to a point where you decide enough is enough, it's time to change my life. I read David Goggins. That gave me definitely a lot of inspiration to push forward even though I didn't want to. Um, and I read Dale Carnegie in these last 50 days. And both of them are super positive ways to change your mind, ways to slowly progress from where you are, where your mentality is right now, to where you want it to be. And I think I've made massive progress in the last 62 days, shall we call it. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching, if you're still watching. And we are almost done. 98, 99, and 100. Thanks, guys. I'm out. 13, 14.